The 33rd question, minus 2a, a plus b, c plus a plus b, minus 2b, b plus c, c plus a, b plus c, minus 2c. So it is given as some constant into product of three linear factors. What are those linear factors? And see, suppose put a is equal to minus b. See what happens if you put a is equal to minus b. Then this becomes 2b and this becomes a plus b 0 and this becomes c minus b and this is 0. This is minus 2b and this is b plus c and this is c minus b. This is b plus c minus 2c. So what I have done is I have substituted minus b in place of a. So this determinant becomes 2b into minus 2b into minus 2c. 4bc minus b plus c whole square 0 into cofactor plus c minus b into this into this minus of this 2b into c minus b. Okay, so this is equal to, see this one, 2b into this becomes, if you take minus common, b plus c whole square minus 4bc. I'm not using that, that's why. So b minus c whole square. So this becomes plus 2b into c minus b whole square. And both are same, but one is plus, one is minus. It is cancelled, 0. And now you remember factor theorem. Whenever f of a is equal to 0, that means whenever if you substitute x is equal to a in the polynomial f of x, if you get 0, then x minus a is a factor. X minus a is a factor of fx if and only if f of a is equal to 0. So by substituting a is equal to minus b, you are getting 0 means a plus b is a factor of that expression. So this is equal to a plus b is one of the factors. Similarly, if you substitute b is equal to minus c, again you will get 0. Therefore, b plus c is another factor. And similarly, by symmetry, if you substitute c is equal to minus a, again you will get 0. So c plus a is another factor. So there are three factors, a plus b into b plus c into c plus a. If you multiply them, you will get third degree terms, a into b into c, a square bc like that, a square abc, a square c like that. So it is also third degree expression, a into b into c. Therefore, variables terms are over. So if at all exists, there must be some constant. Suppose the constant is k. So k into a plus b into b plus c into c plus a. And now we have to find that k. So how to find that k? So substitute any three numbers in place of a, b, c. Now am I guessing this? So substitute a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 1. See what happens. So this is minus 2, 2, 2. 2 minus 2, 2. 2, 2 minus 2 is equal to k into, so a minus a plus b, 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. So if you take 2 from first row, second row, third row, you will get 8 into minus 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1 is equal to 8k. 8 will be cancelled. If you expand that, you will get k is equal to 4. So, by given question, the value of k is 4. Sai Vardhan. Sai Vardhan. Any doubts? So your voice is not clear. Sridhan. Sridhan.
So can you see the page number of this question?
This page number. Just only I changed that. So let me see. Is it some 140 or 150? So it is 150. Already I told, I think 150, question number 33. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right, students. And now next one is page number 272. Page number 272. 10th question. Tenth question. Let S be the set of all column matrices B1, B2, B3 such that they are real numbers, and the system of equations minus x plus 2y plus 5z is equal to B1, 2x minus 4y plus 3z is equal to B2, and x minus 2y plus 2z is equal to B3 has at least one solution. So what is the given information? Those three equations have at least one solution. Then what is the question? Which of the following systems have at least one solution? See, that means you have to do 4 problems. In 4 options, three equations are given. So in the 4 options, we have to verify which system has at least one solution. What is meant by at least one solution? So a non-homogeneous system may contain unique solution, no solution, at least one solution. Infinitely many solutions. So whenever at least one solution means it may be one solution or infinitely many solutions. Because there are no variables here, first we check delta is equal to 0, not equal to 0. Then we can decide. Now delta is equal to minus 1, 2, 5, 2, minus 4, 3, 1, minus 2, 2. Now what is delta? What is the value of delta? Minus 1 into minus 8 plus 6, minus 2 into 4 minus 3, plus 5 into minus 4 plus 4. So this is plus 2 minus 2. This is 0. So whenever delta is equal to 0, the system will have either infinitely many solution or no solution. But what is the information given? It has at least one solution. So definitely it should have infinitely many solutions. Therefore, given system has infinite number of solutions. Okay, so write down up to that. Now, what is the relation between B1, B2, B3? That is the question now. So, to get that, what we will do is, we convert this augmented matrix into echelon form, right? And what is augmented matrix? -1, 2, 5, B1, 2, -4, 3, B2, 1, -2, 2, B3. So consider this augmented matrix. Already determinant is 0. That means definitely I know that all these three numbers will be 0. Right. And now what are the operations? R2 implies R2 plus 2R1. R3 implies R3 plus R1. R3 plus R1. So that is -1, 2, 5 B1 multiplying with 2 and adding. So 2 minus 2, 0. 4 minus 4, 0. 10 plus 3, 13. 2B1 plus B2. Now adding R3 and R1. 0. 2 minus 2, 0. 7. B1 plus B3. Okay. So it is not in echelon form. Number of zeros is here 2, here also 2. Therefore, I can make this element now 0. So what is the operation I have to adopt? So what is the operation? R3 implies 13 R3 minus 7 R2. 13 R3 minus 7 R2. Therefore, the final matrix form is this one. 0, 0, 13, 2 B1 plus B2. And see this one, these two are zeros, no change, here also no change. 13 into 7 minus 7 into 13, this is also 0. But see carefully here, 13 into B1 plus B3 minus 7 into 2B1 plus B2. Okay, students, am I raising this? And now you tell me, given that system has infinitely many solutions, what is the rank of A? Number of non-zero rows 2. So to get infinitely many solutions, rank of AB must be equal to what? Definitely, it also must be equal to 2. That means this must be 0. Then only you will get number of non-zero rows in augmented matrix is also equal to 2. So that implies, this implies this rank must be 2. So that implies 13 B1 plus 13 B3 minus 14 B1 minus 7 B2 is equal to 0. And simplify this. This is 13 B3 is equal to, this is minus B1, it becomes B1. This is minus B2, it becomes 7 B2. So definitely, whenever infinite solution case, definitely B1, B2, B3 should satisfy this relation or this equation. Write down up to that. And now we didn't start the options yet. Now we have to see the options. Okay. So remember, whenever infinite solution case exists, definitely B1, B2, B3 satisfy this equation. So you write here 13b3 is equal to b1 plus 7b2. And now I'll go to the first option. X plus 2y plus 3z. X plus 2y plus 3z is equal to b1. 4y plus 5z is equal to b2. X plus 2y plus 6z is equal to b3. Now, of course, I can write augmented matrix, but before writing that, first you confirm whether delta is 0 or non-zero. Suppose delta is not equal to 0, no need to do the problem. System has unique solution. That means system has definitely at least one solution. So what about the determinants? Quotients determinants. 1, 2, 3. There is no extra term. 0, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 6. So 1 into 24 minus 10. Minus 2 into 0 minus 5. Plus 3 into 0 minus 4. So this is 14 plus 10 minus 12. So this is not equal to 0. Therefore, system has unique solution. Therefore, in the first option, definitely it has at least one solution. So that is one of the options we need. Okay. So first one is over. And now I will go to fourth option because I know that delta not equal to 0. See, I will go to fourth option and I see 1, 2 minus 5, 2, 0, 3 and 1, 4 minus 5. And see determinant of this for fourth option B. 1 into minus 12, minus 2 into minus 10 minus 3, minus 5 into 8 minus 0. So this is minus 12 plus 26 minus 40. Clearly it is not equal to 0. Therefore, this has unique solution. So it also has at least one solution. Okay. Therefore, fourth option is also okay. And now, what about second and third? See, first of all, second one, minus x plus y plus 3z, or I will write first quotient matrix, minus 1, 1, 3, 5, 2, 6, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. Okay, so what is determinant? Minus 1 into minus 6 plus 6, that is 0. Minus 1 into minus 15 plus 12 plus 3 into minus 5 plus 4. So minus 3 into minus plus 3, that is minus 3, it is 0. So determinant is 0. Determinant 0 means what it gives us. So that means this equation has either infinitely many solution or no solution. Either infinitely many solution or no solution. But we have to get infinitely many solutions. That means at least one solution. So what condition it should satisfy? Now if I write the full equation, the last one are B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3. Okay. So is it B1, B2, B3 only? Yes. There are no quotients. B1, B2, B3. And therefore, it should satisfy now. So it should satisfy, then the problem is okay. Okay. That means 13B3. What is 13B3? That means multiply this with 13. That is minus 26. Actually, what is x? So 13B3 means minus 13y. And 13 into 3 minus 39 z is equal to 13B3. Okay, and therefore what is B1? B1 means minus x plus y plus 3z is equal to B1. What is 7B2? That is 35 x1 plus 30 5 is 7 into 2, 14 y1 yx1 y1 y, and 7 into 6, 42z is equal to 7B2. So once again check, 35 plus 14 plus 42 z is equal to 7B2. So if it satisfies this one, definitely it will have infinitely many solutions. Okay, and now see, if you add these two, you should get this one, that is 34x plus 15y plus 45z is equal to 7B2 plus B1. But this is not equal to this. That means this difference is not equal to 0. So it is not at all contain infinitely many solutions. Therefore, it has no solution. This is not the required one. Okay. Akash.
Say in first and fourth option, when determinant is not equal to 0 and solution is unique, then why it will every time satisfy this equation, the topmost equation?
No, it won't satisfy this equation. So we have to search for that equation only when it has infinitely many solutions. If it has unique solution, whatever may be the values of B1, B2, B3, we don't bother.
So it means if it is having unique solution, then it will not depend upon B1, B2, B3.
It don't depend upon that. Simply it will have unique solution. That means it has at least one solution. It's over.
So then we have to find only for infinite solution.
Huh?
We have to find only infinite solution.
Who said? Who said that?
So now you only told now.
I told you.
So that we have to find infinite solution in that case if it satisfies.
When it satisfies? When?
In infinite condition.
Infinite condition. Is it infinite condition?
No, sir.
Delta not equal to 0, is it infinite condition?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
No, sir. Delta not equal.
Then there is no problem at all.
Okay, sir.
Right. And similarly, you can see third case also. So it also does not contain any solution because it won't satisfy this equation and delta is equal to 0. Okay. Right, students, in the next page, see page number 274, passage 1. Page number 274, passage 1. So A, B, C are three numbers. 197, 827, 737 is equal to 000. So what is the question? If the point A, B, C with reference to the t equations lies on the plane like that, then what is the value of 7A plus B plus C? First of all, we see about these solutions. What is the equation actually? That is 1 into A plus 8B plus 7C is equal to 0. 9A plus 2B plus 3C is equal to 0. 7A plus 7B plus 7C is equal to 0. That means I can simplify this, dividing with 7. I will get A plus B plus C is equal to 0. Okay. Now the question is whether it contains infinitely many solution or unique solution. Because it is a homogeneous equation. Definitely it will have at least one solution. So see the determinant 1, 8, 7 9, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. So 1 into 2 minus 3, minus 1, minus 8 into 9 minus 3, 6, plus 7 into 9 minus 2, 7. So what is that equation? Let me see once again. 1, 8, 7, 9, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. 1 into 2 minus 3, minus 1, minus 8 into 9 minus 3, that is 6, plus 7 into 9 minus 2. So 9 minus 2 means another 7. So minus 48 minus 1, minus 49 plus 49, that is 0. So definitely it will have infinitely many solutions. So how to find that infinitely many solutions? Okay. So you can go for matrix form, consider the matrix, and you can simplify that using elementary operations, or you can simply do this here only. See, so this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Suppose I want to eliminate A from these two equations. What I will do? 1 minus 3. A cancelled. This is 7B. This is 6C is equal to 0. So keep like that. And now again I want to eliminate A from these two equations. So first of all, what I will do? So I will multiply this with minus 9, 9A plus 9B plus 9C is equal to 0. And I will write here second equation 9A plus 2B plus 3C is equal to 0. Subtract. So 7B plus 6C is equal to 0. See, I am not getting any extra equation. Same equation I got. Say 7B plus 6C is equal to 0. And therefore, whenever I take C is equal to L, whenever I take C is equal to L, then 7B plus 6L is equal to 0, or B is equal to minus 6 by 7L. So for each value of C, I am getting a value of B. Similarly, if I substitute the value here, A plus B plus C is equal to 0. So B means minus 6 by 7L, C means L minus 6L by 7, that is L by 7. So A plus L by 7 is equal to 0, or A is equal to minus L by 7. See what solution you got? So I am writing the solution here. A, B, C is equal to A means minus L by 7, B means minus 6L by 7, C means L. What is that L? You write any number you want. In place of L, you can write 0 or 1 lakh or minus 1 crore. For each of the value of L, you will get a solution set. That is, you will get infinitely many solutions. Right? So we are ready with that infinite solution. So what are the solutions? This one. But it seems to be awkward because there are fractions. I will do one thing. See, A is equal to minus L by 7, B is equal to minus 6L by 7, C is equal to L. So I don't like fractions. Therefore, I multiply with 7. Therefore, the solution is of the form A is equal to minus K, or I can write minus L only. Minus L, B is equal to minus 6L, and C is equal to 7L. So the solutions are of this form: minus L, minus 6L, and 7L. And now we go to the options. See, it's one by one question. 25th question. If the point P, A, B, C with reference to E, E means this equation set. That means this is the solution. So the point means A, B, C satisfy these values. lies on the plane, 2x plus y plus z is equal to 1. So what is meant by lies on the plane? If ABC lies on it means it should satisfy the equation. It should satisfy the equation. That means 2a plus b plus c is equal to 1. And substitute these values here. Minus 2l minus 6l plus 7l is equal to 1. Minus l is equal to 1 or l is equal to minus 1. L is equal to minus 1 you got. Is it okay? Minus 8l plus 7l. Minus l is equal to 1 or l is equal to minus 1. And therefore, A is equal to what? 1. B is equal to what? 6. C is equal to what? 7. And now what do you want? Tell me. I want 7A plus B plus C. I want this value. 7A plus B plus C. The answer is 6. Okay. Right on. So it is called multi-conceptual. So actually, he started with linear equations, that is matrices. In 25th question, he touched the concept of plane. So the point should satisfy the equation of the plane. In 26th question, he discussed about complex numbers. And 27th question, we need infinite GP. Okay. Right. So 25th question is over. And now, again start with this given condition. What is 26th question? Omega is a solution of x cube minus 1. We know omega, that is cube root of unity. Omega cube is equal to 1. Or whenever 1 plus omega square exists, I can write 0 also. Now what is the question? If A is equal to 2, and B and C is satisfying capital E. Capital E means this one. These are the solution set for capital E. Then what is the value of 3 by omega power A plus 1 by omega power B plus 3 by omega power C? So what is the value of this? See, this is equal to 3. Oh no, first of all I need to ABC values. If A is equal to 2, A means minus L. Minus L is equal to 2. That implies L is equal to minus 2. When L is equal to minus 2, B is equal to 12. Okay, you see there? Right. So I will write here. B is equal to 12 and C is equal to minus 14. Therefore, this becomes 3 by omega square plus 1 by omega power 12 plus 3 by omega power minus 14. Okay. So that is equal to 3 into, if you multiply this fraction omega in numerator and denominator, you will get like that. Omega cube is already 1. Omega cube whole power 4 means 1 power 4, 1. And 3 into this new denominator can be written in the numerator like this. And omega cube is 1. So this is 3 omega plus 1. So up to omega power 12 you will get 1. So we are left with omega square only. So this is equal to 3 into omega plus omega square plus 1. And what is omega plus omega square? Minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 plus 1, the answer is minus 2. Right? Okay. Shrutik,
Sir, once can you say the page number of and question number, sir?
what are you doing up to now, Shrutik?
Sir, I listen, sir. This problem.
Huh?
When you said that time, I went
Okay.
network issues.
So page number 274.
Okay.
And see 27th question in that passage only. Again, you need not use all these information. Just you can find A and C using those relations. What is B? Minus 6L is equal to 6. That is L is equal to minus 1. So A is equal to minus of minus 1 plus 1. C is equal to 7 into minus 1 minus 7. So these are the values of A, B, C. So what is the question now? Oh, he asked about the quadratic equation also. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And roots are alpha and beta. What is sum of the roots? Minus b by a. What is product of the roots? That is c by a. Now what is the question? Sigma m is equal to 0 to infinity. Sigma m is equal to 0 to infinity. 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta whole power n. 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta whole power n. That is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity. Alpha plus beta by alpha beta whole power n. And what is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. Alpha beta c by a. Minus b by a by c by a. A will be cancelled. So that is equal to, I can write here. So summation n is equal to 0 to infinity minus b by c. A will be cancelled, whole power a. But you know the value of b and c. B is 6, C is minus 7. Therefore, it is 6 by 7. 6 by 7 whole power n. And now substitute n is equal to 0. We will get first term 1. Second term 6 by 7. Third term 6 by 7 whole square. You can observe that this is infinite GP. What is formula for sum of infinite terms of a GP? A by 1 minus R. So 1 by 7. So finally, the value of the sum is 7. Right on. Sridhar. Okay, no doubts.
There are
Hmm? And see page number 137. Page number 137. Passage 4. So I'll give you 2 minutes time to do that. Page number 137. Passage 4. That is R2 implies 3R2 minus 5R1. R3 implies 3R1 minus 2R3. So 3R3 minus 2R1. And over minus 5 into minus 2, 10, minus 14. Next 3R2, 27, minus 5 into 1, minus 5, that is 22. 3R2 means 9 minus 5b. So this is 9 minus 5b. And next one, 3R3, 6 minus 2R3, 2R1 minus 6, 6 minus 6, 0. And 3R3, that is 3 minus 2 into this. So minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4, this is 7. And once again 3R3, 3A minus 2 into R1 minus 2, isn't it? So 3A, once again 3A minus 2. And 3R3, that is minus 3 minus 2 into R1 minus 2B. Therefore minus 3 minus 2B. Right. Next, using this I make this element 0. So 3 minus 2 1B, 0 minus 14 22, 9 minus 5B. Okay. So can you see that last row? See, now multiplying this with 2 and adding, this is 0, 14 minus 14, 0. Multiplying this with 2, 6A minus 4, adding this plus 22. So 6A plus 18, 6A plus 18. So multiplying this with 2, that is minus 6 minus 4B, and adding this 9 minus 5B. So this is 3 minus 9B. Okay. So I will write this once again here because you cannot see that lower part. So 3 minus 2 1B, 0 minus 14 22, 9 minus 5B, 0 0, 6A plus 18, 3 minus 9B. Now this is in echelon form. Now we can discuss about unique solution, infinitely many solution, and no solution. Okay. Right, now you tell me, when you will get unique solution, rank of A is equal to rank of B is equal to number of variables. That means rank must be 3, so it should not be equal to 0. Therefore, if 6A plus 18 not equal to 0, that is if A not equal to minus 3, definitely this is non-zero. So rank of A is 2. 3, automatically rank of AB is also 3. Whether it is 0 or non-zero, we don't bother about that. Because it is non-zero, number of non-zero rows for this matrix is also 3. Therefore, rank of A is equal to, rank of AB is equal to 3, number of variables. So, unique solution. So, if you take the value of A except minus 3, you will get unique solution. That is case 1. And what is case 2? And what happens if A naught is equal to minus 3? So if 6A plus 18 is equal to 0, that is if A is equal to minus 3. And now you tell me, if A is equal to minus 3, this becomes 0. So rank of A is number of non-zero rows, only 2. And now the question arises, whether this is 0 or not. If it is also 0, then rank of AB is also 2. So, if 3 minus 9B is equal to 0, 9b is equal to 3 or b is equal to 1 by 3. If b is equal to 1 by 3, rank of AB, this is 0, this is 0. So rank of AB is also 0. Rank of A is equal to rank of AB, less than number of variables. Therefore, infinitely many solutions. And finally, A is equal to minus 3, that means this becomes 0, but B not equal to 1 by 3. That means this is not equal to 0. So rank of A is equal to 2, but rank of AB, because it is non-zero, number of non-zero rows is 3. So rank of A not equal to rank of AB, hence no solution. So all the three cases arise. When A not equal to minus 3, unique solution. When A is equal to minus 3 and B is equal to 1 by 3, infinitely solutions. And if A is equal to minus 3 and B is not equal to 1 by 3, no solution. Okay? And you have to verify the questions and the options. Right, students? By then,